it is like I hear you speaking. And I just want to check with you if it's another perception.
It is a perception.
Because as somebody mentioned before, or as you said, when it's coming from the heart, it has another quality.
It's like with you completely need to go beyond your perception. And so even the dialogue is coming, and you easily can mix it.
Yeah.
So because of your mixing, you cannot trust that part. So you completely let go that part of yours. And it's like everything is gonna go. Even if from the heart is dialogue, dialogues all need to go. Right? Yeah. But in the beginning, for some people, it's easier to connect with the dialogue. But it's gonna go away anyways, even from the heart. Yeah. But it depends who's asking and the person, where that person is coming from. That's how I answer everybody. Sometimes differently, one thing. Yeah. But because of you coming from that space where you need to completely let go of that part of yours. Yeah. So you don't trust that part at all. Yeah.
And another thing I would like to ask, you mentioned it before, earlier this week to me and also today in the questions, about being in the other's feet. And I just keep on forgetting how that is. Or is it not participating in anything, or?
Because when you are, it's like you're facing somebody, even in your relationship you're facing your husband. And as you're gonna face it direct, the first thing is what is familiar to you. That is maybe any issue or any perception. That's gonna create the dialogue in you. Right? So being in the feet means it's like you're not really facing that person. It's like cutting the whole thing, and you're learning to be more blank in a way, and more small, more less. Every way. That feet are really helpful thing to everybody. Because you're just cutting the whole story.
But then whose feet am I in?
Very humble.
Yes, the actual part is humble. The feet are helping in a way. Like instead of going direct to the person, and more you go direct with the person, it's like you're trying to understand that person in a way. And very natural way, like that's a habit, person's habit. As soon as you have a connection with somebody, you're just really going into the person, where the person is coming from, or something, or issues, or your familiarity, or anything. And in this, you're learning to be with yourself now more. So that is not going to be in the way when you are in the feet.
Yeah, so it's more the clarity of that I do not really know.
You don't need to understand. Yeah. You don't go in that mind understanding, whose feet, why the feet, things like that. No. So it's like stepping more back from your perceptions.
I have one more question.
Yes, we'll pass
Good.
it on.
Oh yes, you have
Go on, your question.
He said no. Who has
I just want to say thank you for each one of here. Thank you so much for everybody's support and love. They're sharing everything we are sharing together, food, friendship. It's just wonderful. It's like a family. heart is, I'm overwhelmed. I'm going to miss my family. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. And other thing, Gurpreet ji, when you came in my dream a few days ago, and you had a beautiful pink sari on, I always remember clothes. And you were drinking tea, cup of tea. It's my addiction. Anyways, you were having a tea in my dream, and you were looking at me, and you said, be with yourself. And since then, I don't know what happened. I just stopped fixing myself, changing myself. Something happened. So I really feel it's your grace who's bringing a change in me. And I'm really grateful to you. It can happen like that in a dream, what is it?
So in the dreams, it's like the dream part is more deeper than your perceptions part. So it can easily show you a much deeper way than your familiar way.
Yeah, that's bring a lot of trust in me. It happens, like I don't do anything.
Yeah. But you don't make it a big deal in you about
No.
that. It's like you stay small, you stay in the field.
Yes.
It's like if you just keep making a big deal about it, and then you'll go back in that old self
Yes.
in a secret way.
Yes.
So it's
I can see
it's not
that.
about expressing so much about it or bringing it better way outside. It's not about that. It's about being with yourself much quieter, much alone way like that. It's your
Okay.
responsibility.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
I have one more question, and it has to do with a general question about health issues. Is it a part of a belief system that people have that goes to their core, and thus they have these symptoms come up? I'm having some issues around health issues that I'm sort of trying to clear out, and I'm just wondering, there's so many people with health issues, and how do they work through that?
It's like over here we really don't concentrate on any kind of healing, even including the health, like a body healing. But as the people are seeing their issues or their patterns or being more with themselves, and that body healing is happening already. This is happening so big way, and actually it's unbelievably it's happening. But it's not focusing on that body. Nobody is focusing on the body. Yeah. When you keep focusing on the body, and that itself will create the dishonesty, because then person is just gonna go with that body and not beyond that.
Okay,
A good example.
The next one.
Me too.
So I have questions. One of the things that I find I do, and I don't know if this makes any sense, okay? It keeps coming up, so I guess I should say something. Which is, I find myself jumping outside of myself. So I sort of forget me, and then there's a struggle is am I being self-centered? So it's two layers. One of them is jumping outside of me and being in reaction instead of being inside me.
It's very natural when the person moving within, it do feel like that way, like I am being so selfish now, because the person is not outside, like a hook's not outside or not feeding outside anymore, and it's a very natural feeling, but you let it pass, that feeling, not to participate that feeling, because more you keep participating it, you keep it alive, that feeling. And that feeling is keep driving you and keep you in that state, not let you go beyond that state. So you need to let every state, you let yourself to go beyond yourself from that state, like moving through that state. It's okay. Let yourself feel that way. It's okay.
So just
So I am self-centered, it's okay. If I am, it's alright. But you know there's a truth in it though. Yeah. So you're not giving the power to the feelings or emotions or, about your issue. Yeah. I'm happy.
In this retreat, understanding comes in me about the kindness, and I want to ask you the difference between kindness and niceness. And then I was working, it was opening up in me the kindness, to understand the kindness, and it touched me about the kindness. And then one day you said kindness will melt the power, and it touched me. But still it's not very clear.
It's okay, it's the amount is clear. The amount to touch you, that's good enough. You don't need to understand a whole lot. Because that's what the person actually comes, like when the little understanding comes and the person jumps, like that's a habit of the person. Want to understand a whole lot instead of being in that little bit. Those are the baby steps, and the little bit is so precious, so precious.
Yeah, it touched me, I understand.
And
Kindness.
that being in that little bit, you learn to be responsible. Learn not to waste that. And that way you learn how to value a little bit. And even your attention go again, but you bring yourself in the little bit.
And that if you're kind, you cannot use the power.
Yes, yes, yes. And also the fear, the big thing. The fears are like the person actually when is so much in the fear and so much protecting, because the fear is create the protection, and that fear is creating the protection. That itself is just a power, and in a way you actually making it happen what you fear from. And that's a very big misunderstanding people have. The people think if they'll let go, if they enter in the fear, they'll make it happen. But in a reality, the person is making it happen when the person is in the fear and protecting the fear. So actually you're causing the harm when you're holding the fear and protection. Even around you, people around you, people you're connecting with, and you're harming them. And of course yourself first. You're harming yourself, your body, your really everything. And so actually like to enter in your fears. Such a kind way. And let everything happen in you. Let everything, whatever you have a fear, let it happen, little by little.
Gurpreet, last night during my sleep, I woke up and there was something going on around the heart here. And I was half asleep, half awake. It was something very real. as my habit is to understand what was going on with the mind. And for a few seconds, it was just naturally, mind was trying to understand what is happening, and then it faded. My question is, how could you be in it? How you could be small in it at that time? How could you just leave it alone? And then whole night I couldn't go to sleep after that.
It's like learn not to make a big deals about it. Like anything is happening, don't label it. It's like the person have some kind of experience. The right way person label it. And when in the labeling, the person actually lose it. And because in the labeling, the person already beginning to believe there is something. And but you don't need to. It's just like a little by little, let it. And just say it's not true yet. Because it's still visible, feelable. It's not true yet. Everything need to go.
Can I ask a question?
Thank you.
You often mention about moving beyond. So our weaknesses are so feelable to us now because we are into them so much. And this is kind of futuristic question, but it just came up. So when the weaknesses we see, then we don't feel them, but we have the knowing of those weaknesses, that they are in here. That is what is moving beyond the weaknesses, that they will not be felt, they will not be...
Still don't need to understand about that, because that also you're gonna create. Yeah. If I say you're not gonna feel it, you'll create that kind of feeling. I don't need to be feel, and that means I'm gone. I'm done with it, right? So don't go with anything next than little bit. It's like this little bit is your business. This is not your business. The third step is not your business. Yeah, because this way, this step can be created by you again.
Right.
And instead of you thinking you are here, you will be here again.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. But trust little bit. Trust what you have in you now, and how you, such an honest way you can be in it. And desperate way, and this is what you need to be. And 100%, not, even if you think you're 99%, that also is not enough.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm not even 99% because I'm not all the time in it. I am in it every time I become aware, oh, I'm not in it, and then I go back in.
Yes.
But
Yeah, this is how you increase your awareness to all the time checking yourself that you're not there again, and go back.
Hi. Last question. As we see and be in parts of our patterns and the parts that are really strong, it almost feels like as if it's like it just shakes everything inside you.
Yes.
Yeah. And sometimes you have to stay there a long time.
It does. The stronger the pattern, the bigger the shake.
Yeah.
And more discomfort, and more, instead of being in, you just want to come out.
Yes.
Yeah. And it is natural. It's in everybody.
Yeah.
The person need to move through the difficulties.
Mm.
Yeah, the difficulties are in you, not outside of
Outside
you.
of you.
Yeah, and you will be in.
Okay. So that's the part sometimes, and so when is it going to end? Kind of thing, you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. And everybody think there is no end.
Yeah.
But regardless, if there is no end, just be in it.
Just
Yeah,
be it.
yeah, yeah.
Just the extension of that. If, for example, before I go to bed, sometimes this thing happens, and you're almost going to sleep and say, what happens to this continuation into my sleep? It just came to me last night, and I was wondering why, like, maybe I shouldn't go to sleep and just stay in this kind of thing. But it was.
It's like you can break your every hour if you wake up and you remind yourself to go back in that space or in the issue or in the difficulty. Just remind yourself very gentle way. You don't need to be hard on yourself that I'm not gonna sleep, but that itself is gonna create something in you.
Yeah.
But that's why gentleness and kindness is so important. It's so important all the time, in every single way. It's like you're not hard on yourself at all, in any way. Like you're not like, I'm gonna do it. No. Then you're scaring your part. Because if you say like, I'm gonna do it, that part already hiding.
And sometimes within that seeing and being, some other part at the same time opens up that the source of this brought this uncomfortableness in, and then all of a sudden is more than one in front. The feeling of it, and all of a sudden something else will come in. And sometimes I don't know if I'm dealing with just one here, more than one here, or...
It's like sometimes the issues can be many, right? But where the issues originating is one thing. The core pattern is actually one.
They're related, yes.
Yeah.
That part I saw.
So they're all showing you to be in that part of yours.
Ah.
Yeah. So that way it's not too many.
Yes.
But they're all showing you one part of yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Just one question.
This is definitely the last one.
That's the last.
A little birdie whispered something about you were thinking of experimenting with a change of format from the satsang questionnaire type format to something more interactive. Could you talk about that?
You mean like
this questionnaire, and to have something different, a different way of
yeah, we are
interacting?
actually, some people did mention now more, like even maybe in the beginning of the meeting or end of the meeting, if you can sit 15-20 minutes and just have a questions like this, it may be helpful. So we'll see if it helps, or we'll just set up one even meeting itself to just have open conversation.
Thank you.
I see many people are liking this idea. This way they feel so comfortable with me. Like I'm not really.
Not mysterious.
Yeah.
What did you say? She's not the teacher with the ruler then.
She says she's never done that.
She's never a teacher with the
She
ruler.
met you there.
No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you.
Somebody mentioned if you can have a
Do you guys want to take a picture?
group picture.
Yeah, yeah,
If